Hey guys, just real quick before we get started with this tutorial, Transition Studio 26 does require you to activate a single-use license. To do this, hit Manage License, view your machine code right here in the window, go ahead and copy it, and then throw it over to me on either Discord, my email, which will be in the description, or as a last resort, Coffee messages. I do not get notified on Coffee, so I'd prefer if you didn't send it there, but if you need to, you can, and I will eventually see it. So go ahead and throw me that machine code, and I will send you your license file back as soon as I can, and you go ahead and import it using this dialog, select it, and then open, and your copy will be activated. Alright guys, after some work, Transition Studio 26 is now available to everyone for purchase. Appreciate the support as always. Here is a little run through as to how things work. I've tried to make it as simple as possible, and yeah. Alright, so pretty much you can put the app anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a game directory or anything. It doesn't really matter. You just open the app up. You'll have a little splash screen, and it'll throw you in. And what you want to do is create a new transition. Okay, so to put a transition in the game, it's essentially a sequence of images thrown into a single sheet. Because we can't put videos in the game, we have to stick with textures. So this is the way I figured out how to do it. And it works very smoothly, and now with this tool you can input your own, like pretty easily. I've given you the option to put in frames, aka a PNG sequence, or a lot easier, you can import a video. So you can begin by clicking import video, and then finding the video that you want to throw in. So for example, I'm going to be using this NBC wipe. And it might take a second to load because it's extracting the video content, extracted 64 frames. And now you can preview the video flipping through this. You can hit play as well. It will be a little choppy because it has to load all the images one by one. I may speed this up in a future update. But there you go, you can see the animation. You can even bring in longer animations and choose the start and end frames that you would like them to start and end on, of course. So all of these options pertain to pretty much the visual side. If you want to change the fit mode to make the image stretch, like if it's not big enough to fit in a 16:9 tile, you can stretch the contents. Resize mode is also a quality thing. I think Lanxos is the highest quality by default, and it gets lower the higher you go, is how it works, I believe. There's an option here, append fade final frames. So if you check this, the app will automatically fade out the final 10 or so frames of the animation to kind of put in a fade out animation for you. It's not already part of it. A lot of people leave this unchecked, so in this tutorial I'll leave it unchecked, but that's always an option. There's also an option here, final frame. You can either choose transparent or black. It just really depends on your preference. I try to make this as preferential as possible. All this info up here pretty much tells you what's going on, tells you imported a video, what path it's from, how many frames have been found in it, max output. It's locked to this amount, and the FPS is at 60. If I figure out how to control the speed and how to do that in a more manual way, then I will add that to the program. But right now, this is all we've got. It's also locked at 1920 x 1080 per frame, as that is the engine cap, but 2040 by 858 can also be used in ultra wide. So if you have a video that is in this resolution or even one of these, you can import it here and then click the use ultra wide box, and it will generate the correct sheet size, and when it writes to if, it will make the scene edits that are needed to make it work. So essentially, to keep going from here, you just get your settings right, whatever you want to do, and then once you're ready, you click generate atlas. And what that's going to do, it's going to ask you to save it in a spot. You can go ahead and throw it here. I'll just make a new folder called New Atlas. And I'll go ahead and save it. And it will take a second because it's making a very large image, a 15360 by 8640 image. That's very high quality. So we're just going to wait a second. Let it pop up with the dialog that it's finished. There you go. Atlas generated, tells you the path. We already know where it is. It's in that new Atlas folder. So there you are. This is the image that we will be implanting into the game, where the game will read it frame by frame. All right, so once you have the atlas, you can go on to the next step, which is right to IFF. Very simple. Just click it and then choose where you want it to go. Same place as the atlas in this case. And then you just wait. A context window might pop up. All that's doing is calling the texture saving program that I used to write it as a high quality DDS. This will take a second because, again, it's a bigger image and it's patching it into the IFF and DDS form, and also changing the texture resolution inside of the scene, as well as a few other things. So eventually that window will go away, and you'll get kind of a report here. It tells you exactly what happened, and open up the export folder, and these are the results. So this is the texture, this is your original atlas, and then this is the actual file you put in the game. If you look inside, it has the texture, it has updated scene info, and if it's on ultra wide, it has different translates and scales, so it appears directly on the screen. So what you want to do to use this file, literally, just take export off the end, and then go to your mods folder and throw it into GUI scenes. And that is literally all. That is all you have to do. After that, the wipe is totally usable, as you can see here. I hope you guys enjoy this tool as much as I did making it. And yeah, catch y'all for the next drop. See ya!